is it going to affect us? Okay.
Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, we're on now.
Go.
We're live. We're live now.
Hey everyone, it's Rob Golfi here with Conrad Zerini, REMAX Escarpment, REMAX Niagara broker, owner, and Brian Hogben, owner of Mission 35 Mortgages. We're going to talk about the lawsuit that was up against me about 9 months ago, and also what's going on with the banking system in the U.S. Is that going to affect us in Canada? So, anyway, it's been all over the news, and nobody, I can't believe it, but they dismissed it with prejudice, so it's not over yet. I won the first round. Is that? I'm
good.
I won the first round. So they didn't have enough information, and there was nothing that I signed that said that I no contract, nothing like that I signed to say that I would not copy anything. But guys, when you go to a seminar, you're there to learn what you need to do to be successful in your market. But agents copy each other all the time. That's what our business is about. It's about copying. Okay, look at the sold signs around the Hamilton Niagara region. Everybody started using sold and big. Look at it right here behind me. Sold. Yeah. So, and then they started following, and then it's just crazy. Conrad, you must get ridiculous lawsuits. Hey, you too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, absolutely. This one was probably the most frivolous I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, just that somebody's ego got bruised, and that's the end of that. Look, this stuff, these materials are being done all the time. As a matter of fact, we're doing a special event with the Ritz Carlton in about a week, right? And
actually, I'm looking forward to that. I'm attending that.
I know. I'm so happy you are. And I was just talking to the speaker, and the thing is, I said, so are we allowed to record some things or whatever? He said, as long as you don't record the screen, he said, it's proprietary, anything on the screen. But I said, hey, there's going to be, people in the audience, they're going to take photos of your slides. And he says, I can't stop that. It's just the way it is. Right? Nothing I can do about that. So it was perfectly timely that you're talking about that. So yeah, listen, you know what? God bless us all. Everybody's got a different spin on it. It's Lindell Inc. It's Golfi Inc. We all put our own spin on things. So sharing ideas is what this business and all businesses are all about. And let's all grow and live together, right?
You know what? I'll tell you something. I think I look totally different than he does. I think me with my arms wide open, I look a lot better than he does. I don't know.
You got longer arms.
So anyway,
longer.
I got longer arms. That's it.
Bigger wingspan.
Yeah. That's it.
He was trying to be an eagle, and you were trying to be a Canada goose. So what's the difference?
That's it. Exactly. I was trying to be a Canada goose flying down south. That's it. So the big news is the Canadian, the American banks. Now there's three. Now, guys, I know, Conrad, you know politics, you know the system. I'm not in that field when it comes to knowing bonds and stocks and all that kind of shit. So, question: 3 banks already filed for closure, right? Now the U.S. government is going to bail all these guys out, like they did, in 2009 when they were having problems. Do you think there's going to be more banks coming down the pipeline in the U.S.?
I think definitely. I don't think there's a question here. I'm writing my monthly blog, and it's called "The Canary in the Coal Mine." So I'm wondering, when was Fair Square closing down the canary in the coal mine? Was these bank closures the canary in the coal mine? I think. Look, the Fed and the Bank of Canada needed to see something. There's been some cracks in the financial foundation. I'm almost kind of happy that these happened, because now the Fed and the Treasury, they're all going to be on the same page on this. And we're going to see that this interest rate idea of theirs, 8 successive interest rate increases, was very stressful to the economy and to business and to consumers. There was a study, I don't know if you saw it, Brian, but they said 20% of the people that were in the study, in a Canadian study, said if my costs go up 10% or slightly less than 10%, I'm at the breaking point. 20% said they're Canadians, said we're at the breaking point. So why, I don't understand why they keep wanting to do this. I'm happy that this bank thing happened, and it's going to open up people's eyes before something more catastrophic happened. I think they can rein it in. I don't think it's going to be an issue long term, but it was a great test of some of the policies that they're doing. That's my point.
Yeah,
So,
and I think what they've done is they've successfully slowed down inflation as well too. And I think the other thing to look at is that the Canadian banking system doesn't have a lot of the same parallels when it comes down to regulation that the American banks do. Like if you guys remember in 2008 when there was lots of bailouts and banks going out of business in the States, none of that happened in Canada, right? So Canada was still very, very strong in that regard. So I do believe that we're the benefit too, Conrad, is that rates. If you see what's in the market right now, they're pricing in up to 2 basis points now, possibly, or 2% decrease over the next year. So now, because of all that uncertainty that's happening in the States, they're pricing in a lot of rate drops for the balance of the year. So that is good news for our market as well.
So what confidence level, is that going to hurt us on this side of the border? Is there anything going to change because of this for the U.S. side? Like the whole world is a big mess right now.
Well,
like I mean,
I think Look, I think people gravitate to bricks and mortar. I think we're in the right business at the right time as well. I think I did talk to a bank today that they said their applications are up 23% over last month. I think, people are keeping an eye on the rates and things like that. But look, Brian, you're right. Like the Canadian, but look, if I mentioned right now a bank and you know what the bank I'm talking about, they've overextended themselves with mortgages and their cost of borrowing is up. You and I've talked about it. It's no secret. But I'll tell you something. If I mention that bank right now here and there and everybody got all excited and they did a run on this bank in Canada, same thing with I'm telling you guys, it would be pretty. You know what? If everybody woke up one day and said, "I'm, ABC Bank, I'm going to go and take all my money out because I only have 100,000, insurance up to 100,000," the same thing could happen here. I don't think it will, but what I'm trying to say is, look, these fine cracks in the foundation, I think, are going to help us because we needed somebody or we needed some force to step in to stop this craziness with these rate increases.
How do you protect yourself? Like companies, like Conrad, companies like yourself and other corporations, they've got millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank. Like, are they only insured up to 100,000 also, or is it a different level at a corporate level?
No, we're all we're all insured up to 100,000. The only difference is they have 5,000 banks in the U.S. and we have 5. So to do a run on any of even the smallest bank, it's going to be tough. But you know what? I heard Royal's looking at buying some opportunity in Europe with Credit Suisse. I think there's going to be some opportunities for some Canadian banks. And, like BMO's got a big, they've got a big presence in the U.S. So does, I don't know if you guys realize, but TD is like the 16th largest bank in the U.S. 16th or 20 something. I think TD Bank, 20 something, 21st or something.
Well, they're bigger than Canada. TD Bank in the U.S. is bigger than TD Bank in Canada. Go ahead, sorry, Brian.
Yeah, and when you look at the United States is so fragmented with their banking. Our big 6 account for almost 90% of the market share, like 85-90%, whereas you've got the big 5 down in the States account for under 50% of the market share. Yeah. So they've got almost 7,000 different financial institutions in the States that can operate a little bit more rogue. Because we only have the big 6 that encompass so much market share, the regulators work a lot closer together with those big 6, and which makes our financial policies a lot tighter in Canada. So I think Canadians can have confidence with that.
Will this affect interest rates in the coming month?
Well, yeah, the bond markets, we've seen, I don't know what you saw, Brian. I think I'm doing some commercial mortgages. I saw 30 to 60 basis points drop in the last week or so.
We saw a huge drop, and we're seeing 5-year money now. So we just saw a 4-year rate special come out at around 4.6, 4.7% with a lender. So, when you're looking at a variable rate at 6.7, and then you've got 4-year to 5-year fixed money almost 2 points below that, that speaks to the bond market and where they think rates are going, because those rates have dropped because that's where they think rates are going to go. And
Yeah.
if you would have asked a week or two ago, they were saying rates were going to stay the same for the balance of the year. Now the market is pricing in significant drops in 2023. So that's a lot of signs, I think, that says that, you know, people are going to be jumping back into, like you said, Conrad, jumping back into bricks and mortar and jumping back in because everybody wants to wait and see. Well, now you might be getting back into that tough time where it's competition again. So
it's crazy how this market works. Now we've had a spike in February, and I think we're still going through it right now. Now I don't know how long it's going to last, but what is it in the air that draws everybody to jump in at the same time? Like if they jumped in November, December, it would have been a little bit different on pricing. They could have got themselves a nice deal. But what is it in this world? Is it the media? Is it like what is it that draws people saying I'm ready, but now everybody else is ready?
It's all the info, Rob. It's all the information. I think, you know, today, and again, going back to what I said originally, the canary in the coal mine, when we went from do-it-yourself or like Fair Square coming out of the market, it shows that you need advice. You need proper advice from professional mortgage people. You need proper advice from realtors. This market fluctuates. You know, like I've always wanted to do a T-shirt. I wish I would have bought in May 2020. I wish I would have sold in the fall of 2020. I wish I would have, whatever. Like, you know, you have a concert thing with all the dates. The cool thing is that, and what makes me excited about being in real estate now is that you can be strategic and you can really help your clientele. And if you're in the know and you're following the numbers and looking at the data and looking at these windows, I don't know. I think, you know what, we might see this cool window of opportunity with rate specials that are happening right now that could fuel this market. I'm charged. I'm excited about being in this industry right now.
Oh yeah, it is. It's great. I'm telling you, brick and mortar always the way to go, guys. We all know it. We've been in it for so many years, and it's going to continue to be that way. Everybody needs a roof over their head, and so guys, we're running out of time. But I just want to say one more thing, realtors out there. Win in any market. We have an event happening on March 29th. Check it out. Go to robgolfi.com or go to Facebook, Win in Any Market. Check it out. We got Brian speaking and Conrad. They're great speakers. I'm telling you, they know their information. They are awesome. And I'm glad they're on my side because I could use them all the time. So anyway, guys, thanks for everybody. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time.